Welcome back to another episode of the Football News Show. My name's Julian, and today on the episode we're talking World Cup qualifiers from all around the world. Now first off, let's talk Europe. In Group A we had France defeating Luxembourg 3-1, we had Sweden defeating Belarus 4-0. Now we had a shock result in the other game of the group where Bulgaria defeated Netherlands 2-0. Now what this means is that Netherlands are now in 4th place, having to make up 3 points in their remaining games. What this also means is that now the Netherlands are without a coach, deciding to sack their manager Blind. Moving on to Group B, no real surprises there. We had
both Switzerland and Portugal
continuing their dominance of the group as they both won. Similar result in Group C with Germany defeating Azerbaijan 4-1 in their game. We also had the Northern Irish defeat Norway in their game. And finally, the Czech Republic professionally dispatching San Marino 6-0. Moving on, Group D, a lot closer in this group. We've got Serbia that won in their game, taking them top of their group by goal difference. We also have Republic of Ireland and Wales drawing in their game in a 0-0 result. We saw Seamus Coleman go off with a brutal injury. All the best, Seamus Coleman. Hope you get back really soon. You're a fantastic player. Poland did Denmark a massive favour, defeating Montenegro in their game. However, Denmark really couldn't take advantage, only managing a 0-0 draw against Romania. What this means is that rather than leapfrogging above Montenegro in the group, they're only level on points, tying them for 2nd place. That group seems to be a really interesting one. I know there are no real big hitters, but what that does mean is that we've got 3 or 4 teams there really challenging to go to the World Cup. All the best to all the teams in that group. In one of the more difficult groups in qualifying, we've got Group F, which features teams like England, Slovakia, Slovenia, the Scottish, and Lithuania, who are no slouches themselves. Now, the first game we'll talk about in this group is that of England against Lithuania, which England won by 2-0. Defoe, first time back in the squad in over 3 years, scoring a great goal and Vardy getting the second one. It's a good result for England, which sees them extend their position at the top of the group. In the other games in the group, we had
Slovakia
defeat Malta, and we also had Scotland get a surprise win over Slovenia, which keeps Scotland's dream of potentially going to the World Cup alive for just a little bit longer. Group G, pretty simple. Spain and Italy both got wins in that group. Group H, in a pretty result for Belgium. They drew with Greece, leaving the door open just a little bit as Bosnia and Herzegovina did get that win in a 5-0 win over Gibraltar. Group I, our last group in Europe, probably the most interesting group in Europe currently in my opinion, as Croatia won in their top of the table clash against Ukraine. What this means is that Ukraine dropped from 2nd to 3rd, Iceland defeating Kosovo takes them up into 2nd place, while Turkey also defeated Finland. What this means is they also leap up level points with Ukraine and just 1 point behind Iceland for both of those teams. Good luck to all those teams in that group. Really interesting, really tightening up there in that race for a good 2nd place finish. Elsewhere in world football, in qualifiers that happened this weekend for the 2018 World Cup in Russia, we had USA fly up from the bottom of their group after defeating Honduras in a 6-0 win. Congratulations to the USA, they needed a win desperately, and this keeps their dream of going to the World Cup alive. In South America, as always, it's a very interesting race there. We had Brazil go away to Uruguay in one of the hardest places to play in South America, and they continued their dominance with a 4-1 win. Just goes to show how well they've been doing since they exited the 2014 World Cup so badly. In Asia, my home team Australia continues to struggle, only managing a 1-1 draw with Iraq. What this means is that they are still 3rd place in their group, and they really need to improve if they want to be going to the World Cup for another consecutive time. In Africa, we had Congo, Nigeria, Egypt, Ivory Coast, and Burkina Faso all at the top of their groups. And finally, in Oceanic qualifying, no surprise, New Zealand is top of the table in their group, and they look to be well placed to be fighting again to get to the World Cup. That's our roundup on all the World Cup qualifiers for 2018 in Russia. I know it's early, but let me know who you think might win that competition. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on another episode of the Football News Show. Cheers.